Welcome back to the Super Life Podcast. I'm Darin Olien, your host for today. This is something really exciting, maybe something you've never heard about, and something that is so essential for so many things, unlocking your health, your longevity, your metabolic health, and you may have never heard about it. We are going to dive into the fascinating world of Osmotin and Adiponectin. And you're going, what? I've never even heard of that. Well, these are two remarkable compounds that are unlocking new frontiers in health, longevity, and neuroprotection. We're going to explore what they are, where they come from, how they work in the body, and how you can harness their benefits for better aging, resilience, and brain health. So the first question is, what are osmotin and adiponectin? Osmotin is a plant-derived protein in the PR5 category of proteins. What the hell is that? It's a pathogenesis-related protein. What does that mean? This refers to plant sentinel. This is found abundantly in whole fruits, vegetables, and certain plants. Obviously, you're not eating this, but in high amounts in tobacco. Osmotin is a stress-responsive protein that defends the plants against biotic and abiotic stressors. Abiotic stressors are things like drought, cold, pathogens that the plant uses to defend itself when it's growing in the wild. This high amount of osmotin is what largely protects it. Of course, there's other things like its own antioxidants, its own adaptogens. So interestingly enough, osmotin's structure and function closely mimics a hormone in the body called adiponectin. So you're going to learn a little bit today, I have no doubt. So adiponectin is secreted by adipose tissue, which plays a critical role in energy metabolism, energy homeostasis, the balance, glucose metabolism, and anti-inflammatory processes. Known as insulin-sensitive hormone, adiponectin's effect is regulated and mediated through two receptors. Now, you don't have to remember this. It's ADIPO-R1 and ADIPO-R2, which regulate pathways such as AMPK and PPAR. These are things, the AMPK, which we're going to get into a little bit more. This is directly related to efficiencies in energy metabolism. The PPAR pathway is directly connected to fatty acid oxidation and metabolism. So, again, hold with me here. The history of adiponectin and osmotin, and probably why you haven't heard of it. It was only discovered, adiponectin in the body was only discovered in the mid-1990s. It was just over there a little bit ago during research focused on adipocyte secretion proteins. So they were seeing what the fat metabolisms were also secreting. Scientists were intrigued by its unique role as an adipokine, which enhanced insulin sensitivity rather than contributing to insulin resistance, as many other adipocyte-derived proteins did as well. This discovery opened up new avenues to understanding metabolic health, especially in obesity and type 2 diabetes. So, yes, from adipose tissue is also secreting hormones. Adiponectin, which is directly connected to longevity, metabolic health, and many other things in that process. So osmotin, which comes from the plants, as in the plants, those discoveries stems from plant biology studies aimed at understanding the plant's defense mechanisms, identified as a member of pathogenesis-related protein, or PR5. This protein family of osmotin was initially characterized. They originally thought it was just antifungal properties because they were saying, well, what is this strong compound in the plants? And it's doing a lot of antifungal benefits in protecting the plant. But it also helped its ability to survive other environmental stressors. Later, researchers uncovered its striking structural and functional similarities, here we go, to adiponectin, revealing its potential role as a functional mimic of this crucial human hormone. This connection between osmotin and adiponectin was a groundbreaking finding that bridged this amazing gap between what's going on in plants and what's going on in us, in our human biology, leading to novel insights into how plant-based compounds can influence human health. And the fact that we're not talking about osmotin and adiponectin very much in the literature is crazy to me. But you are learning something today. The synergistic relationship between osmotin and adiponectin is huge. I mean huge. The relationship between these is not only fascinating, but it's also incredibly important for metabolic health, your longevity, and disease prevention. So why is it that no one's talking about it? We're talking about it right now. Osmotin acts as a functional mimic to adiponectin by binding to the same receptors. These adipo R1s and adipo R2s, thereby activating the same critical signaling pathways in your body that adiponectin does. So this osmotin that comes from plants, really all plants, some have higher amounts in it, by consuming these plants, having osmotin, it supports the adiponectin pathways. It binds to those same pathways. These pathways regulate your energy metabolism, reduce inflammation, and improve your overall cellular function. I'm telling you, I love nerding out about this stuff. And I have a whole backstory as to how I became aware of osmotin and then, of course, the adiponectin pathways in the body. Here's why the relationship is so powerful. Amplifies adiponectin-like effects. Higher levels. This is from the research. And I have some incredible research. You want to nerd out like I've been doing? I've got all of this in the show notes. Higher levels of osmotin in your body from plants can enhance the activity of this adiponectin by binding to its receptors, triggering downstream benefits, such as improving your glucose uptake, enhancing your fatty acid oxidation, and reducing insulin resistance. This amplification is crucial for individuals with low adiponectin levels. And over time, as we age, our adiponectin levels go down. And if you're not refueling them on top of it with whole foods, fresh foods, then your adiponectin levels go down. It creates a cascade of effect. So this is linking directly to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. What does that mean? You got to eat more plants. But there's other things that increase your adiponectin levels. So, Adiponectin levels naturally decrease, like I said, with age, contributing to chronic inflammation, metabolic disorders, and reduced resilience to oxidative stress. Your osmotin, the ability to mimic adiponectin, provides an alternative mechanism to sustain these protective effects, making it potentially an anti-aging powerhouse. This is an incredible study called the structural and functional similarities between osmotin and adiponectin. Again, this is in the show notes. It was done in 2011. Okay, other things that osmotin activations do is neuroprotective benefits. So it protects and turns on the AMPK pathway, which is a protein enzyme that has been studied a lot, as well as SART2 and these two enzymes are keys that play critical roles in regulating cellular metabolism, stress responses, and aging. They often work synergistically and influence each other to maintain metabolic homeostasis and promote these health spans. So these two enzymes, which are improved through osmotin, this AMPK and SART2 are enhanced by osmotin in your body that play critical roles in your cell metabolism, every cell, stress responses, and aging. So osmotin in relationship to Alzheimer's disease is extraordinary. This showed that by increasing osmotin, reduced amyloid beta accumulation, enhanced synaptic complexity, and improved memory, demonstrating its potential as a therapeutic agent in neurodegenerative disease. That's right. So both osmotin, exogenous osmotin from plants, and adiponectin levels in your body suppress inflammation, regulate lipid metabolism, and prevent atherosclerotic plaque formation. So by activating the same receptors, osmotin mimics adiponectin's cardioprotective effects as well, reducing risk of associated heart disease and metabolic syndrome. This is colorful, whole fruits and vegetables ensures that you have a steady flow of osmotin. And of course, quality matters, and over time, the way we're growing things, osmotin levels have gone down. So tomatoes, apples, citrus fruits, leafy greens, are particularly rich in osmotin. Not only do these foods supply this osmotin, but they are also supportive overall health by providing all these other things: fiber, antioxidants, essential vitamins, minerals, and all of those other things enhance your endogenous adiponectin levels. So you can take the osmotin in from the plants, but the plants themselves in their complexity also support the adiponectin production in the body, increasing the overall level by a huge factor. By increasing your intake of whole plant foods, you can naturally boost osmotin levels and enhance its synergistic effect with adiponectin, creating a powerful defense against aging, inflammation, and chronic disease. This is huge. This is a glimpse into the window of complexity between our relationship between plants and human. Let me just say that again. Osmotin mimics in all mammals these receptors of adiponectin in the body. And these levels of adiponectin have some of the most powerful protective mechanisms and pathways in the body. So, let's look at some of the incredible ways these molecules contribute to your overall health. Again, a lot of studies here. Metabolic health and fat loss. Osmotin protects against obesity-induced activation. These downstream pathways, the AMPK, sirtuins, all of that improve. What does that do? It improves glucose tolerance, lipid metabolism, your ability to process fat, and also improves mitochondrial function. So all of this showed in many obese models, and this was a study done in 2019. Adiponectin enhances fatty acid oxidation, suppresses glucose production, contributing to improved insulin sensitivity and weight management. You know how we can easily say, eat your fruits and vegetables. This is giving you a window into how that is actually improving your health. So if you're one of these people that are punting fruits and vegetables out of your life, that's a really bad idea to some of the fundamental mechanisms of protection that you have from our plant kingdom. Anti-aging and longevity. So the adiponectin anti-inflammatory and anti-apoptotic properties protect against age-related diseases, diabetes, cardiovascular function. So what does that mean? There is regular programmed death. When the cells die, they need to program and die. But what happens is they die quicker when you don't have adiponectin levels high. And of course, you can improve those by exercise, diet, sleep, whole fruits and vegetables, because as we age, those things go down. Osmotin's effect on these pathways, these enzyme pathways, suggests potential benefits for longevity and overall resilience against oxidative stress. The neuroprotective and cognitive health around this is so amazing because osmotin enhances memory, synaptic function in Alzheimer's disease models by activating these ADPO-R1s, AMPK, and SIRTUIN-1 signaling. It also reduces amyloid beta accumulation and improves genetic complexity. So all of that to say, it's some of this stuff, we just discovered this relatively in the 90s, right? So cardiovascular health. Osmotin mimics adiponectin's ability to suppress inflammation and forms and improves cell function, reducing the lesions from cardiovascular situations and vascular models. So again, people, how do you get more osmotin and adiponectin naturally in the body? I'm going to tell you. Foods rich in osmotin. Eat them. Those are fruits, vegetables, like tomatoes, citrus, apples, leafy greens, virtually any whole fruit. These foods are naturally sources of osmotin and provide other essential nutrients to support your overall health and improve adiponectin levels. Also, you can boost adiponectin levels in your body by exercise, reducing your weight, and a diet rich in omega-3s. Also getting your magnesium and your polyphenols. Your polyphenols come from the colors, essentially. All the colors of the frickin' rainbow. Eat complex diversification in your salads, in your soups, all of these kind of things. And exercise improves the sensitivity and the activation of your adiponectin levels. So the other story is that I'll tell you a little bit. Years ago, about in 2019, I was approached by a group of researchers that are doing a huge amount of research that comes by way of a couple decades from Italy all the way here, studying specifically creating higher levels of osmotin in plants. So then you take those plants that have higher levels and you're getting more osmotin to then improve the adiponectin pathways in your body, improving all functioning of cells and metabolism and fat metabolism and neuroprotection, you name it, cardiovascular support. So why does this all matter? Because the role of osmotin and adiponectin is more than just a health hack. This is a window into optimizing how we age by our relationship with the plant kingdom and us as mammals. It's a glimpse into how we fight disease, improve our quality of life, whether it's mitigating risks of Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, potentially even ALS. There's studies right now, I'm telling you, there are studies on Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and ALS going on right now as it relates to high levels of osmotin, which then increases the adiponectin response pathways in the body. This is absolutely huge. This group that I got in touch with years ago are doing some incredible work around these really big inflammatory response outcomes, these glucose sensitivity outcomes of Alzheimer's, amyloid plaques, of dementia, health, CTE, all of these things. And if you are healthy, having high amounts of osmotin and adiponectin in your body is going to improve every cell, every metabolic condition. So when I say, eat your fruits and vegetables, whole food, fruits and vegetables as the predominant calorie that you're taking in your body, I can't stress this enough. This is one of the most exciting things I've seen in a long time. And I've been sitting on this for a very long time, and I just needed to tell you about it. I have a lot of show notes, but I just want to summarize. Increase your osmotin by eating whole fruits and vegetables. Of course, the citrus and tomatoes and leafy greens. And maybe because of the tomatoes and the metabolic support that it has, maybe that's pointing to the Mediterranean diet. I don't know. But I know that increasing your osmotin levels in the natural kingdom of fruits and vegetables increases your adiponectin sensitivity, increases overall fat metabolism, glucose retention, metabolic health, neuroprotection, you name it, and the list goes on and on and on. And all of this needs more study, more research, and it's happening. It is happening right now. I was just on the phone this week with a bunch of the researchers. This is powerful. Some of the longevity researchers know exactly what this is. They know about adiponectin. They know about osmotin, and now you do. So eat a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, and your life will be better because you're increasing some of those compounds. And the compounds of complexity are not only bringing osmotin in, it's bringing in the polyphenols, the vitamins, the minerals, the fiber, which is increasing your adiponectin, your longevity molecules, your health molecules. Whoa. Can you tell I'm excited about this? Well, I am. Now you know. So you may not have heard about it, but now you do. You have the power, and what are you going to do about it? I want you to live your greatest life ever. I want you to live a super life. And so by digging into and unveiling some of this stuff that I have been privy to, you now have more keys to the castle of increasing your overall longevity, your brain health, your metabolism, your neuroprotection, your cardiovascular protection, just by eating these amazing compounds that live already in the plants. Our relationships to plants and mammals and us as humans is innately connected. So, plants have power, baby. Eat your plants. Peace. I love you.